Okay, do you want to know why nothing has changed? Because you haven't changed. We're going to cover this and tell you why you're stuck in a hamster wheel. An important video. You don't want to miss it, so stick around until the end. Okay, welcome to Patty's World. I'm Patty. I'm a transformational coach, and we talk everything manifesting mindset and really how to step into the highest version of you so that you align with all the desires of your heart. So, here's a common theme, a common circumstance that I keep seeing with my clients, with the people I coach, and just with people in general, those leaving comments in my videos, whether here on YouTube or on TikTok. It is, why haven't things changed? Why am I still getting the same? Why is my SP still showing up the same way? Or the third party or the money? Why do I keep going through the same circumstance? And I'm going to tell you why. Because deep within you, you have a subconscious belief that believes you're not worthy, good enough, worthy of receiving, of getting what you want. And you may know it intellectually that you're worthy and you can get it, but deep within yourself, you don't believe it. And you're still operating from that old version of you. From those core beliefs, you're pushing that out, and the world of the 3D is reflecting them back to you. The world of the 3D is just a mirror. It is showing you where you have been. Your thoughts from today will manifest tomorrow. Thoughts become things. So whatever you're thinking and believing and assuming about yourself, you're pushing that out. And that's the echo. The echo is going to show it back to you. So if you haven't changed within, if you're waiting for your 3D to change so that you can feel better, so that you can believe better, so that you can get peace, if you keep on reacting in the same way, the triggers, if something shows up that's undesired, the third party shows up and it triggers you and it takes you back into, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not going to get what I want. You haven't shifted. You haven't changed. You haven't stepped into that elevated new version of you who knows, irrespective of what the 3D is showing me, this is going to work out in my favor. This is going to flip in my favor and I'm going to get what I want. This is just the in between and I don't have to freak out. And then you take your attention off of it and you go back into the wish fulfilled, the desired end, whatever you want, because you know that everything works out in your favor. But if you're still spiraling, ruminating, defaulting back to that old version of you that makes you feel like you're not good enough or worthy, you haven't changed. You haven't changed from within. And remember, conscious creation, it's a deeply profound, different way of thinking. It's a radically different way of thinking. We create from within. Our greatest tool is imagination. We go into the mind and we take ourselves to the place of being and having what we already want. We adopt those feelings. We believe and think and have certainty. That's where faith comes in, and trusting that we're going to get what we want. And whatever we're thinking and believing about ourselves, we push that out. We embody that. We anchor that belief in that identity. And the echo, when we send that out, those vibrations, those energies, that's what will be reflected back to us. That is how it works. But if you're defaulting to the same old, again, you're going to keep on staying on that hamster wheel and on that cycle of not getting what you want. So if you're looking for your SP to change so that you could feel better, you haven't shifted, because you're conditional and you're feeling good and feeling worthy is based on them doing something. And you don't need them to change. You don't need anything in your outside circumstances to change. Here is the part that's counterintuitive, or the part that is almost, the opposite way of thinking, or it feels counterintuitive, or it's the dichotomy of conscious creation. You first create it and believe it within yourself before you have evidence of it. And that's when it shows up. But if you're waiting for it to show up so that you could feel better, it's not going to happen. You're still stuck in your old way of thinking. That's the key differentiator right there. It's not that you're waiting and you're looking for things to change in your 3D world. In fact, you're not looking, you're trusting and believing. You feel it from within. You feel the shift and change from within. That's how you know you've shifted. You're not worried. You're not looking for evidence. You're not spiraling. So what do you do in the meantime, in the in-between? You keep doing your daily work every day on who you are, on your concept of self. Who am I being? Who am I thinking? What version of me is operating in this circumstance? What am I believing? And if there's limiting beliefs, you flip them and anchor those new beliefs in your self-talk, your self-dialogue, the conversations that you have with yourself about yourself and the people around you. in your mind have to reflect the highest version of you, the version of you who always gets what they want, who doesn't have to worry, who you know it's going to work out in your favor. So this is all about self-soothing and regulating your nervous system, because whatever you're thinking and imagining, and you're always imagining. When people tell me I can't imagine, and then I take them into, okay, think about an apple, think about a green car. If you can imagine those things that you have no resistance around, then you can imagine. You can visualize as being and having. The thing is, most of us are in the practice and habit of imagining worst case scenarios. And the thing is, you want to start exercising your mind and your thoughts where you control your thinking, where you're able to interrupt a pattern of negative thinking and then shift yourself back into, okay, I get to say what's true in my reality. I get to think my thoughts. I get to feel my feelings. I feel my feelings if they're negative. I look at them. I dissect them. Is this true? Is this real? If it's not serving me, I release them, and then I flip the beliefs to something that serves me and benefits me. I don't have to worry. I don't have to stress. I don't have to freak out. Really, that's what it works. And it's just practice. It's like exercising a muscle. And I said this yesterday with my coaching group. It's like driving a car, tying your shoelaces, anything that you've ever learned how to do. It is just practice. And the more we do it, the better we get at it, until we operate from default thinking, until we don't have to think about it anymore. Just practice it over and over and over. It's just a habit. And things imprint on your mind from repetition. When you repeat it over and over and over again and override the old programming to create new software, you're creating new neural pathways in your brain. That's all it is. Telling yourself, nope, this is what I'm believing. Nope, I'm going back to this. And you do it over and over until it's just normal. And that's why I think I love law of assumption, because you can create this persona, this new identity, this new version of you, and ask yourself, who would I be if I was already the version of me who had everything they wanted? Confident, secure version of me who had the relationship, had the money, had the lifestyle, had the looks, had the confidence. I would operate as this version who doesn't have to worry, is not looking for external forces or things outside herself to feel good or feel worthy. That's the differentiator. That's the key. When you operate and really apply the law, you are not shaken by anything or anyone outside of you. You're not looking for approval outside of you. You're not looking to get anything from anyone outside of you. And because you're not, here's a counterintuitive thinking, the dichotomy, and you're certain in who you are and you validate yourself and you approve of yourself, that's when it shows up naturally. The people, the things, the SP, they gravitate to you naturally. That is the whole, we don't chase, we attract, because we become so magnetic when you're vibrating from a very high place of loving yourself, of knowing your worth and value, of knowing that you can change any circumstances, and circumstances don't matter because you are the creator of your reality. You become so magnetic. You become the love of your own life. You love your life, and this makes you automatically magnetic. You're just vibrating at a high place. You're happy, you're joyful, you're living with passion. And when you're following your passion, you're following your bliss, as Joseph Campbell says, things naturally show up in your life. You can think it and they show up in your life. And you're not afraid of life, because anything that shows up, you're like, I can change this, I can shift this, or I can spin this and attach a positive meaning, because I'm the one who gets to define things in my reality. I'm the one who attaches meaning to things. And the meaning that I attach to this and to everything is that everything's always working out in my favor. In the best case scenario, everything always benefits me. Life always says yes, and life is always supporting me. And I have nothing to worry about. Nothing. Life is fun. Life is easy. Life is a game. I love my life. I love myself. And we talk to ourselves from this place. We rampage from this place. It's not hard. It's simple. It just takes practice. And that's the hard part. But take the word hard out of your vocabulary. Anytime I see this is hard, it's not that it's hard. It's that you've made it a habit. And breaking a habit takes work, internal work. But what's harder, staying the same and suffering? I don't. I want to change. I want to have the power of my life and say who I am and what is true in my reality. And so I'm very careful about what I accept as true and real for me. I love myself. I love my life. And remember, shift from within. You know you've changed because old circumstances no longer trigger you. You're reacting differently. You're reacting and handling them and responding. Instead of reacting, you're responding from the more elevated, higher version of you who knows their worth and value and knows that there's nothing to worry about, because you always get everything you want, because you know who you are and you're very certain and secure in this. It's a wonderful place to be. Mind you, keep going. You're moving in the right direction. Remember, there's no getting it wrong. Everything's working out in your favor, so there's no wrong move. Trust yourself, believe in yourself, be your biggest cheerleader, be your hype girl, your hype man. It's all working out for you. I believe in you. I believe you're worthy. You have to believe it for yourself. And when you do, and you cement that in, it transforms everything in your life. That's how it works. Just practice doing it over and over, loving yourself and knowing that you're worthy of the most amazing life. You get this one shot. Don't waste it. Love your life and you're worthy of it. And you can create everything and anything, irrespective of where you are. Take your attention off the current situation and put your energy into the solution, into the wish fulfilled, into what you want. You pour into that, into yourself. You shift from within, work on yourself and who you believe you are. Whatever you believe in, assume about yourself, the mirror will reflect it. The echo, you send that energy out and the echo will send it back to you. Like when you're in a forest and you scream and you get the echo back, that's how it works. That's how the world of the 3D works. Shift within, create from within. Practice it over and over. Rinse and repeat. Es todo. All right. Thanks for joining me on this video. There's a lot of good stuff in my bio. I have my coaching class, which already closed. It already started, but I will have another one coming up this fall. It's 4-week intensive. And then other than that, other goodies. If you have a question for me, lots of freebies as well. Look at that. And that's it. We'll see you on the next one. Make sure you're following me and have a great day. I believe in you.